back to Reenie's Roost for an episode of Family Friday. My daughter is in bed right now, so I'm just going to try and catch the last little bit of daylight to film this little portion here. My daughter, when she was about 18 months or so, went through a bit of a food strike, and she had stopped eating meat and stopped eating grains. She wasn't eating her morning cereal, which was kind of I was relying on that for the bulk of her nutrients after she had given up on meat. So I was at a real loss as to what to feed her to make sure that she was actually getting nutrients that she needed. And I came across this recipe on food.com for cookies made of baby cereal. And it's pretty brilliant, really. I have made a few tweaks to it, so I want to share that with you today. So we'll head on over to the kitchen, and I'll share that recipe with you.
Alright, so here are the ingredients you're going to need. Starting off with a 1/4 cup of honey, 1/4 cup of peanut butter, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 3/4 cups of flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of infant cereal, and a 1/2 cup of whole milk. Alright, so I don't have any mixing bowls, so I actually use just large pots. But you're going to start off with combining the honey and the peanut butter in the pot or your mixing bowl. And my little trick here is, I have 2 tricks actually. I pre-warm the pot to make the peanut butter and the honey soft, so it actually helps to combine them easier. And my other trick is I actually rub some olive oil in the measuring cup before I put in the peanut butter and the honey, and it actually just lifts the peanut butter and honey right out of the measuring cup with very little residue. So I'm actually not wasting any of the ingredients. So here we just mix away, and I'll probably speed this up. Alright, now after the honey and peanut butter are well combined, and making sure that the pot isn't too hot, you add the vanilla and the egg and continue mixing. Alright, and then when the egg and vanilla are well incorporated into the peanut butter mixture, you're going to switch bowls or pots and just mix all the dry ingredients together. And when that's all done, we just combine the 2 mixtures together. Now it's going to look a little bit crumbly and dry, so it's going to take quite a bit of working in. Alright, and when the batter is sort of uniformly crumbly, we throw in the milk. Try to incorporate the milk into the mixture. Alright, now our batter is ready for shaping. Now normally I would just have my husband roll them into balls and flatten them on a cookie sheet, but he's away, so this is my alternative method. I have an allergy to eggs, and the one time I tried to handle the batter or the cookie dough with my hands, I broke out in a huge eczema reaction that lasted for days. So this is my sort of cheat for making these cookies without actually having to touch the cookie dough. So I've got a sheet of wax paper there, and I'm just dumping all of it onto the wax paper with a spoon. And then I'm going to take a second sheet of wax paper. Oops, I guess trying to even it out a bit there. And there's the second sheet of wax paper. And this way I can handle the dough without actually touching the dough. So I'm just sort of using my hands to work it all in together so it's not as crumbly. And then I take my rolling pin and I'll roll it out to about, I'd say, a ½ inch thickness. And there's the dough. The next thing I do is I cut out the rounded edges. My daughter has this thing where if she sees a crumbly rounded edge, she actually won't eat the cookie. So I make sure that it's rectangular, and then I just cut it into little squares. I'd say about 2 inches squared. And then I place the cut cookies onto a cookie sheet. You'll see there I have them lined with parchment paper. I just prefer that over greasing. And also it's much easier to lift off the cookies after they're done. And then with the remaining sort of edged, the cut off edges, I'll just rework them and re-roll the batter and cut out some more. And I just repeat the process until all the batter is used up. And the last cookie is a circle. Alright, and there they go into the oven. So here are the finished cookies. I managed to get about 32 cookies out of this batch. My husband tells me that these are slightly cakey in texture and not too sweet, but still flavorful, particularly because I used the apple cinnamon baby cereal. So it's full of yummy goodness, lots of protein and vitamins and minerals. So perfect for growing babies and toddlers. So let's wait for my daughter to wake up and have her taste drive them and see if they pass muster. So it looks like she likes the cookies. Yay! Yeah, yummy cookies. Is it yummy? Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, you say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.